Hello, this is Ryan with the Audubon Society of Western Pennsylvania. It is Friday, April 24th, and I am going out in search of morel mushrooms. So morel mushrooms are a delicacy. They're a wild mushroom. They're not even just native to North America. We find them in other continents as well. And they are in a genus called Morchella. And one of the things, if you think you have a morel mushroom, you want to make sure that the stalk is hollow. All right, a false morel looks similar, but it doesn't. Its stalk is not hollow. So what we're going to be looking for, I'm going to go out here in the woods. I'm looking for northward-facing slopes like these. So that's this direction. So I'm going to go over this hill. I'm going to look around by old stumps. Some people have found an association with apple trees. Some people have found an association with hickory. I seem to find them by old oak stumps. So we're going to head out and see if we can find some. So I'm going to be going really, really carefully because I don't want to step on any that might be popping up. And I've been out every day for the last week looking for them. We've had some wet weather, and then it's gotten really warm today. It's in the 60s. So those are kind of the conditions in early spring that we're looking for to see if the morels have come up. So I'm just going to start very carefully walking down this slope. And whenever they first come up, they're very tiny. They can only be maybe an inch or two, and they'll grow over the next few days. I've seen them as big as 10 or 11 inches, and those are just massive specimens, but normally you don't find them that big. If you do, you're blessed. So kind of like in the Peanuts cartoon, they're looking for the great pumpkin. I am out looking for the great morel, the first ones of the season. So I am in amongst some rotten oak trees here, and I'm going to be careful every step I take. Oh, there's some trillium coming up. I don't want to step on that. I want to look in these crevices. So morel mushrooms are, of course, a fungus, and whenever we find a morel mushroom, that's just a fruiting body. The mycelium is the organism that lives down in the dirt and inside the wood. And if conditions are just right, it will fruit. And then we'll be able to see a morel mushroom. So here is a spot by an old rotting white oak stump. I can usually see them. And there we go. Oh, I see one. Be really careful. It's tiny. It's tiny. We have a morel mushroom. There's my finger for comparison. So that thing is tiny. But if there's one, and this is the first day I've seen them pop up, we might find some more if we keep looking. Oh, and yet another one. Over here, another one's just poking out of the ground. So let me see, that's 1, 2. Oh, there's another one right there coming up. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just in this area. Wow, this is a hot spot. I want to be extra careful that I don't step on any as I keep exploring this area. There's another one. This one doesn't have a deeply crenellated head. I would check to see if that stalk was hollow before consuming it, but being that it's right here with the other morels, it most likely is a Morchella. There's another one coming up. That one's a little bigger. The other ones I saw. Oh, there's another. You have to be careful with hunting morel mushrooms. It can kind of take over. You might go for a 200-yard walk in the woods and it ends up taking you hours because you're just scouring the ground looking for these little beauties. I do not pick them unless I find an area that is just covered. If there's hundreds of them. I want these little mushrooms to release their spores and reproduce and make more and more. So I'm pretty discriminate whenever it comes to harvesting them. It's just such a thrill to be out here, knowing that they could be anywhere, and then finding them. So while I'm out looking for morels, I just found a little bloodroot flower. That's Sanguinaria genus. This is great. So here's our second one. See it there? Give you my finger for comparison to its size. It's a little one that might grow much, much bigger. So I want to avoid this area because I don't want to be stepping on possible sites where more of these could fruit over the next couple of days. So, for me anyway, morel mushroom season has officially happened. So thanks for coming out with me today on my search for morel mushrooms. This is Ryan with the Audubon Society of Western Pennsylvania. Please check out aswp.org for more information, and I'll catch you on the next video.